What's going down, boys and girls? We're gonna have a fun time now as we update the stability and look into Reddit and see exactly what was the 6.20 firmware update. Now, I did a lot of beta testing during the very beginning of 6.0, and the performance issues has definitely been a big chunk of this before they get into any of things past that. Game changes, the namer tag genre will definitely be coming in later on, and they'll be giving beta testers access to that. Most people don't think that it will actually be emerging until probably maybe April, from what I've heard. If it definitely does launch in that way, and they're like Sony's words are very truthful, I guess, is what I've been digging. So hopefully things will come into that, but this is not the update from what I've been reading that will initiate that. Still in beta phasing. So um, we're gonna go ahead and install, as you can see right there. We have our lovely situation. We're gonna go ahead and hit start. Go do our update. Now, roughly, it was about half a gig from what I was able to read. And as the system's doing its thing, let's go ahead and go to the net, and we'll cover the news of what is the change. So, right here, directly from the Sony forum, you can see directly where it gives you what you can do in order to download these directly from the link. And this is directly from Sony, which is pretty sweet, so you don't have to really worry about it too much. And looks like we finally got nice little coverage of install right here. Seems to be pretty fast. I have like a nice SSD drive inside of there, about like half a terabyte. Should have gotten an additional terabyte when they were on sale from Newegg. That would have been great to upgrade that directly inside of mine. That's a quick install, not too bad. We'll go ahead and go back to the web format. I'm just gonna go right back. But as you can see, that we already kind of covered this. Now, one of the things I definitely liked was the commentary down below, where a lot of people were saying that it was hopefully a lot of bigger in the performance. Now, I thought this was kind of funny when I came down past when people were talking about it feels stable again, and 6.0 and 6.2 brought a stronger delay. That is true, but it definitely did make the system perform better and turn down the fans. So I'm hoping like with this one is going to be pretty cool. This I thought was hilarious. Yes, it's stable now. And let me go ahead and close this. And this is where I found, okay, cool. I already have that installed. We'll go over to the PlayStation Network in just one quick second as we cover this situation down here, where it says that today Sony has now released, and everyone should be filtering and installing this. Should be very simple. The firmware update. Now, unfortunately, it appears you have a big new feature that we knew we were being beta tested. So today's patch weight is about half a terabyte. No, maybe, yes, huh? Oh, no, not really. It's about half a gig. Not too bad. If it was half a terabyte, that'd be insanity. Like, I'd be like, oh my gosh, you have to be kidding me. I have to get a whole new hard drive. I wish. That'd be like one big chunk of change. Like, maybe in PlayStation 5, we might see huge installs like that, but hopefully they'll supply us with bigger terabyte, like, accessible, like just from day one installed SSD drives. I want them to give us that. I really hope that Sony gives us and just pops for the extra portion. Give us SSD drives in that situation. It'd be nice. The boot up time is like so fast. According to the channel log, the update has a purpose to improve system performance. So again, a lot of this is just tuning up, making it like dialed in, because like towards the end when we get to 6.5 and above, it'll probably just be dialing in minute adjustments alongside what they'll be dialing past the changes that are going to come into, possibly name changes. And like, I don't think they'll ever do anything backwards compatibility for PlayStation 3 or below it. They just, you have to get a PlayStation 3 that can do that, or PlayStation 2. Just, it's not going to happen, unfortunately. Not that. But PlayStation 5 to 4 I heard is a thing, so that should be pretty chill. Let's see here. As we dive a little bit deeper. Yeah, I'm looking at what this says, the indicible, or where it says the additional improvements and usable and enhanced security. It will also be interested in the update that contains other features being beta tested in 6.10. Now that's an interesting thing too, because like those updates are just like minute security updates, like we basically got when it was like kind of like panicked during the email at the conundrums that they were having. They sent out, changed. It was kind of cool. I liked it. They acted really fast in that situation. Yeah, I don't know about that necessarily, about the 6.10. I did see someone in like the Reddit forum, like when we go down over here, that definitely did say something along that lines. Where is it? Right here. Let's see, the error code that post will be popular. If you do get this, just reset the system. It should work pretty well. But where, let's see here, beta ended a week or so ago. We got the rollback to the latest system update. Yeah, that's usually what ends up happening. The name change still rolls out in February. This is the one, yes, for the 3.5 rollback. So like you're in those programs when they roll back to forth, when you're in the waves of being enrolled into their system of like beta testing, you get these portions where you go in forward and then go backwards, as they will be allowing people to do the name change. Now, I don't really have no desire to change my name at all. If it's performance updates and like improvements, I'm always down about that. But the only bad thing about beta testing is that you do have less access to extendable hard drives. Usually, it just gridlocks into the internal at all times, which sucks. Unless you have a really big internal, and hopefully it's like solid state, so it runs around really fast. But going back to like where this basic site kind of just gives out to some speculations of where it's going down, but it seems like some people are indicating that the 6.2 is not going to be a game changer for the name changer. Players look under the hood, and this is where you're going to see the firmware update go towards more to the situation of stability. Now, this is where it goes past that and goes into speculation land of how will the PS name change work. Sony will be operating a similar setup to Xbox, where you can change your name for one free, and the other time will be incur a charge. The change will be about $10, give or take, minus a penny, and a non-PSN member. That's pretty good. Now, for the PlayStation Plus member, it's only $5, which isn't too bad. Let's see here. What has Sony said? Now, this is where I want to know. What has Sony exactly said? The feature with the PlayStation 4 originally published in April 1st of 2018, the large miniaturely most players of the PlayStation 4 games that were released before the date, writes in PSN blogs. But there's not really much that they're saying. They're just kind of like regurgitating a lot of stuff, it seems like. I don't really like this site too much. I like Reddit. Like, these sites, I mean, they find a nice way of kind of giving the basics. But, again, I definitely do like Reddit in a situation where you find stabilities. It's fun times. Like, I absolutely dig where you can get, like, a lot of just, like, up-to-date situations. I feel like there was one more piece of information that I was digging up that I found that I wanted to showcase that I like totally feel like it's botched. I don't because it was actually pretty good. Where is it? Oh yes, this. I'm not quite sure how truthful this is, but I have seen improvementable points where I've been able to run them at 60. But I have a nice Elgato 60 frame flawless for my 4K outputs on like YouTube, so it's like this would be like a really nice bridging gap if they were able to get it up to the 60 FPS, and on the Pro consoles, of course, in the native 4K. So, yes, now all games now run at that 60. So, if that's true, then that's great. But that's also a comment from someone else that's just there, and there's no score on that Reddit thing. So, I don't know. That's not officially from Sony. This is officially from Sony. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. I'm going to go ahead and end it and say thanks. If you're new to the channel, you could definitely hit a subscription button. I cover a lot of the updates, and this is me trying to cover the update pretty fresh for the people that would subscribe when I was doing the beta testing for like Sony. Um, but I will see you guys and gals in the near future, and I will be back later on with a game of variety, which should be pretty fun.